Hi everyone, welcome back to another English class. This is Marcos and today we are going to talk a little bit about a new topic. The topic for today will be, could you do me a favor? Okay, so I think that you know a little bit about this topic, but I'm gonna explain you a little bit more in order to clarify the doubts that you have and you are going to improve about this topic today. Okay, the class will be divided by 6 steps that I'm gonna explain you each of them, and you are going to know about them as well. Okay. First, we are going to start with a warm up. What is the warm up? Okay, in the warm up, I'm gonna show you a video about the modal verbs, and you are going to listen each of them, and besides that, you are going to repeat at the same time. So after finish the video, I'm gonna explain you each of the modal verbs, and you are going to listen to me. And besides that, you are going to repeat. Okay. This part it's a little bit complicated because the skill that we are going to work will be the listening. So you need to pay attention in the warm up. Besides that, uh, will be the presentation. In the presentation, I'm gonna show you all the steps and guidelines that you are going to follow in the class in order to make an interesting class. So I'm gonna give you the guidelines, the steps that you are going to follow in order to understand what we are going to do in the class. So you need to pay attention in the presentation because I won't repeat again. Okay. Uh, Besides that, we are going to have the development. In the development, um, I'm gonna show some sentences to the class, and in the class we are going to repeat each of them. So the class will need to pay me attention because I'm gonna repeat the sentences that the audio says. Excuse me. So I'm gonna repeat the sentences, and the classes we need to repeat at the same time. And besides that, the class will be ready in order to make these sentences. So this will be the development. And besides that, um, the class will repeat the modal verbs in the sentences, and they are going to answer the sentences that I'm gonna um, share with them. Okay, this will be the development, and besides that, we are going to work with a wrap up. In the wrap up, okay, in the wrap up, I'm gonna share with the students a handout. In the handout, the students will identify um, the types of favor that the people like or dislike. So the students will be ready in order to know what kind of favor the people like or dislike. I'm gonna repeat the types of favor that the people like or dislike, and the student will listen at the same time. And beside that, excuse me, the students will be repeat the favor, and after that, the students will make some sentences about the favor that the people like or dislike. This part will be the wrap up, and beside that, we will have the practice. And the practice, the students will form some teams. Okay, and the teams we are going to develop an activity. In the activity, I'm gonna explain them what will be the activity. So um, the students will listen an audio, and besides that, the students will work together in the team, and after that, the students will explain the topic that I'm gonna give them. Okay, will explain in front of the other classmates. Okay, uh, that will be the practice. And besides that, we will have an evaluation. And the evaluation will be I'm gonna put an audio, and the students will listen the audio, and beside that, the students will repeat the sentences or the audio that I'm gonna show them. Okay, and the evaluation will be an oral test and a listening test. So the students will be able to repeat. The students will be able to understand the moral verbs, and the students will be ready in order to make sentences about the moral verbs. So the main idea in the class will be the moral verbs. So the students will be able to make sentences, the students will be able to repeat at the same time, and in order to make sentences about people like favors and doesn't like favors. Okay, so the main idea in the class will be that the classmate or the students will work in the listening. Okay, so I think that every skills that the second language has, that is very important. Okay, when you are learning English, talking in English is very important, listening is very important, practice the writing is very important, but the most important thing when you are learning English is the listening, because when you listen others, you are going to get knowledge about the second language. For example, if you travel to the United States and you listen the native people, you are going to get knowledge about the second language. You are going to get real conversations. So I think that the listening is very important in order to understand what we are going to talk and what we are going to make with others. Okay, so I think that every skill is very important when you are learning English, but pay attention in the listening, because in the listening you are going to get knowledge and you are going to talk like native people. That's it.